Hi everyone. First thing I want to say is that these slippers, total game changer. I cannot tell you how comfortable and warm I am wearing these. My feet are literally cold all the time. Even when I turn up the heater, my hands and my feet are still really cold. Even socks, fuzzy socks or anything were not making the cut. And I was like, okay, I gotta buy some heavy duty slippers just for my room, just to wear while studying, because studying with cold feet is like really uncomfortable. And so are my hands. So now this is gonna look ridiculous, but I wear gloves while studying, and these actually help me out with two functions. One is that they keep my hands warmer, even though I take them off while I type because they really do slow down my typing. Two, this is how I apply my chapstick. My lips are just always prone to being more dry, and this is how I apply. I have this tube of Aquaphor that I put a little bit on my hands like this, and then from there, I smear it into my lips. Like, okay, now it's on my lips. And now it's all over my hand. And my hand is really sticky. Oh, well, okay. Then I spread it out to my hands. So now I have moisturizer on my hands. But when I put my hand on like my notebook like this, it gets really sticky. And like not only do things stick to my hand, but like then my notebooks get kind of like moist and sticky. So these gloves have done the job of preventing that stickiness from getting in contact with my paper. The reason why I don't do it on my fingertips is because when I rub it into my fingertips, I don't want my keyboard to get sticky either. And I don't want to keep using napkins. I look really crazy while I study, but you know what? It gets the job done. This week though, we're starting immunology, and now it's getting really meaty. We just finished 2 hours of a histology practical. I've pretty much been studying all morning, but I've barely gotten around to our immunology lectures. And by the way, today, because I had a histology practical, I had to miss 2 clinical science lectures. That's what I'm gonna have to catch up on right now. Let me show you guys my calendar real quick, actually. So as we can see, here are the lectures I missed. This is lecture 3 and lecture 4. And then over here is my practical. Okay, I know it says Monday because it's Monday today and where I am, but in the country that my first 2 years of medical school is located in, it's actually Tuesday. So, right, that's what I attended today, and I need to catch up on these 2 lectures. And like I said, I've barely had time to even review the lectures we had yesterday, so and I did end up getting a replacement pair of blue light glasses, so I'm good to go. Wow. I cannot tell you how long just 30 cards of Anki took me. And that's not even the entire lecture. Those were just things that I was easily able to put into Anki without figuring out what's the best way to like divvy up the definition versus the actual term. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Is this normal or is it just me? Am I just a slow learner and it takes me freaking forever to put something in my head? Or is this normal? Because at this rate, I'm not gonna get anywhere. It's 10:14 p.m. right now. I took like a 15-minute break to inhale some kind of dinner. And I probably started this at like 7 p.m. And I'm barely prepared for what there is to do tomorrow. So I'm just gonna like brush my teeth, get ready for bed, like do my night routine, and then do just some more studying and preparation for tomorrow and probably sleep by 12. I don't know. I don't even know if that's realistic. Side note, this zit has been on my face for a minute. I just finished watching a recorded lecture. Oh, this is weird. I don't really know how much it is worth to be listening to a full lecture, like with the recording and the teacher speaking, when the actual slides are available. On top of that, they upload the recorded lecture usually at a time where it's inconvenient for me to go back and look at the lecture. Like I take notes on the regular slides and then I go back and add in the notes from what the professor is saying. Most of the time, I'm finding that the professor is literally saying what is on the slide. Like for example, this lecture, I put it into my OneNote and then I went back in blue mostly and I added what the lecturer was saying. And as you can see, it's really not that much. I just felt like it was a biggest waste of time to spend over an hour and a half listening to the lecture, pausing it every 5 seconds to make sure what she's saying is matching up to the slide. It's almost 1 p.m. and I'm gonna have class in an hour, so yeah.
60.
Okay, I just played a poker game with my neighbor, and how much did I lose?
160.
Okay, well, now we have to write that down on the post-it. After literally like 5 hours of straight class, yeah, I should have been studying, but instead I decided to play a game of poker with my neighbor. And it would have been okay if I won, but I lost. And I still have a bunch of work to do. That's what I'm gonna do now.
Just have summaries here. We'll talk more about it and you have information you already know. So just
It's 4 p.m. There's a lecture finishing up on a clinical practice like communications class. I haven't had the chance to study just because I've been literally condensing and taking notes on everything and just putting it all into one place and then putting some into flashcards. It's just so crazy. I haven't had a chance to study because all the information we need to learn is literally scattered everywhere. I just wish I had a list of like, by this time you should know all of this stuff. But we don't have that. And I don't know, I mean, I know everything is important, but I don't know how to prioritize because all the information, histology, anatomy, pathology, and then there's actual lectures, all of that information is scattered everywhere. Not only is it scattered everywhere, but on top of that, within the information and the slides and PowerPoint notes and everything, there's so much fluff, there's so much extra stuff instead of the notes and actual information that we need to learn. And just literally going through and condensing it and actually grabbing what's important and what's not has taken up the entire morning and noon for me. I'm gonna be talking to my mentor, as in all first years are paired with a second year mentor, because I really need help with this and I have no idea where to start. It just really makes me recognize how much easier this would have been if it was in person. Of course, it's not just me, it's 90 other kids in this situation, or 89 other kids in this situation who are also struggling. But yeah, and I still have homework to do for tomorrow that I haven't started. And I'm so behind studying wise just because I've been taking notes on notes on notes and just condensing everything. Yeah. And my foot just fell asleep. Please wake up. I can't have this happening now. I'm gonna be eating the rest of this trail mix. Okay, so I just finished talking to my mentor and they actually, put this here. They made me feel calmer about everything and pretty much, even though I still have so much to do, pretty much they assured me that I'm on the right track. And that made me feel better in general because a lot of my stress was coming from me thinking that I'm overdoing things, thinking I'm doing a bunch of unnecessary things, but it made me feel good that everything I'm doing is going towards a good cause. I'm feeling a lot more motivated. I had another cup of coffee and we're just gonna sit down, do my homework for our case-based learning tomorrow, start studying, taking notes. Also, here's my planner for today. Yeah, it looks crazy. I had so much to do that I even put a post-it. 9:30 p.m. and still organizing those notes. I'm gonna have a quick snack and start studying them a little bit. Oh. Had a productive study morning. I have a clinical coaching class in about 45 minutes, so I'm gonna grab a snack and study a bit until my next class starts.
When does protectable human life begin? You know, when can an entity claim personhood?
12:20 a.m. on Friday right now. We just had 6 hours of class. I've just been studying aside from attending my classes. We had a really intense lecture on like mechanisms of antibiotics and antibiotic resistance and stuff. So I'm gonna get cracking on that tomorrow mostly. I'm just gonna get ready for bed now, but otherwise a pretty productive day. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, bye.